My call to action for organizations to build a diverse and inclusive community is to make it a priority, is to put it as part of the company's strategy, where the purpose of the company is what it is, but it also can include the importance of being diverse and inclusive across the board with all sorts of stakeholders, not just employees, but mixed stakeholder groups, customers, vendors, the community that surrounds the organization, and really thinking more on a systemic level of how to make diversity and inclusion a value and a priority for the organization. And that really involves providing learning opportunities for stakeholders to come together, mixed stakeholder groups, I believe, to learn how to think differently, to really think about how they think, first of all, and where necessary, learn how to think differently so that we can start to be different with each other. Organizations that provide that learning will then see the being different amongst those stakeholder groups. And I think that learning involves lots of things. It's not just one thing. I think it involves personal work where you're looking inward. It involves external work where you're learning cultural competency even. And that's a big part of my work these days, is really helping people learn some strategies for cultural competency, which is kind of an intersection, I think, between mindfulness and psychology, where you're really first of all, you have to be open to it, and you have to be provided with opportunities to practice, because it's not a once and done kind of training class that you go to. And so perhaps then organizations offer coaching as a follow-up to that training, because there is good research that shows that training that's followed up with coaching is really how behavior change happens. And that's what we're talking about here when we're talking about changing how organizations not just do diversity and inclusion, but be diverse and inclusive.